Hi everyone, how are you? Hi Andrea, how's it going?
Hi, good morning. Going good.
Good, so nice to see you. We'll do like a proper introduction in a few minutes. I just want to give everyone a few minutes to sign on. So I see we have our first commenter, Adina. Hi, Adina, or Adima. I'm sorry, I'm so blind, and I'm extra blind today with the glasses. Hi, Adima. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. So, hey everyone, thanks for tuning in today. My name is Jessica. I'm the social media and community manager at University of the People. And it's always a pleasure to be here with you guys to interview our students and hear what they have to say. If you want to be interviewed, let us know in the comments. It would be really great to interview as many people as possible. Um, and also, this is an opportunity for our students to come together and engage with each other. Hi, Ramil. I'm well, thank you. How are you? And so everyone can, engage with each other. It's for students. It's for applicants. If anyone has any questions, I encourage you to ask questions in the comments. We'll be sure to go ahead and answer those for you. And if we don't answer them during the event, we will review and respond after, not to worry. We do look at every single comment, I promise. So we're here today to talk about a few things. We're here to talk about our MBA program, and we're also here to talk about Andrea and her story. So there's two things going on. Hi, Dan. Nice to see you. Okay, so first, let me tell you guys a little bit about UO People. If you don't know, I'll keep it really brief because a lot of you do know about UO People. But we are the first tuition-free online university. So, what does tuition-free mean? It means that we do not collect a yearly tuition. We only collect small minimal fees to keep us up and running. We do offer grants and scholarships, so that's an option if you're unable to pay the fees. We have a very strong academic leadership team coming from, Princeton, NYU, UC Berkeley, top schools. So we're very grateful for all of those partnerships. And we are 100% online, which means that you can study anywhere, anytime. All you need is an internet connection. And we do have over 50,000 students studying with us right now from over 200 countries and territories. So since we have so many different students, not all of them speak English, or English isn't their first language. So if you're not proficient in English, don't worry, we do offer an English composition course to catch you up to speed. Okay, that's my UO People talk. I tried to keep it short. My next talk is just a few things about our MBA program, which is what we're going to be highlighting today. So we have a degree program called Business Administration. Under Business Administration, you can get an associate's degree, you can get a bachelor's degree, or you can get your MBA. So Andrea is currently studying to get her MBA, which is really great. And I can't wait to hear a little bit about your journey and why you chose to get your MBA. But first, I just want to say about the MBA program, just a few sentences. This is a hands-on approach to both the business and community leadership. The courses are really designed around, students, and the students are set up to thrive in business, industry, government, and nonprofit management positions. The degree program introduces methods for improving productivity, responsiveness, quality, and customer client satisfaction. And you must have an undergraduate degree. You must be proficient in English and have at least 2 years of work experience with one reference letter. So that's a very brief intro to the MBA program. If you have any further questions, you can write a comment in the comment section, no problem. Let's turn it over to Andrea, because that's why we're here. So Andrea, maybe you could just give us a brief intro, tell us where you live, how long you've been studying at UO People. Just a real brief intro. We'd love to get to know you a little bit more.
Sure. Hi, I'm Andrea Sharpless. I live in the suburbs of Dallas, Texas, in the U.S. This is my fourth course that I'm currently taking for the MBA program at UO People, so I'm about a third of the way through the program. So I started in January of this year, and I'm taking one course at a time because I'm working full time and have a family and I volunteer. And so, yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Okay, great. I'm laughing, I'm listening, and I'm laughing because Shri, do you see this comment?
No, I don't have the comments open.
Oh,
Wait, open the comments.
Shri says I remind you of the Saturday Night Live skit called The Californians. I don't know what that is, but I am definitely Googling it. That's funny. I guess you're saying I'm funny, so thanks, Shri. Anyways, okay, so you're living in Dallas, Texas, and this you said this is
My
uh
fourth course.
your fourth
Mhm.
course. Okay.
Mhm.
And maybe you could talk about how you decided to start studying business administration. I'm sorry, you started to study an MBA.
So I've worked for about 20 years now, and I've noticed that to be able to advance, I need to have more business knowledge in general. I work in IT and I have a math degree, so I don't have any of like the fundamental business vocabulary. I've had training at work, but I really wanted to learn more deeply about running a large business, which is typically where I've worked. And so I started looking for MBA programs, and I looked for about 3 or 4 years, and I really was trying to find one where I could continue to work. So it was mostly looking at local programs, and it took me a long time to decide until I found new people.
Okay, and how did you find UO People?
Actually, kind of just serendipity. I am part of a lot of groups of tech ladies, and there was a young lady who was getting a computer science degree at U of People and had mentioned that it's a tuition-free online school. I've been looking at online schools since my searching for local schools hadn't really worked out for me, and so I looked at the website and decided to apply pretty much immediately.
Okay, amazing. And okay, so you're working full time and you're going to school. That's a lot of time that is taken away from your personal life. How do you manage your time so well?
Well, I think first of all, my family is very understanding. I have twins who are 15 and my husband, and they're very supportive of my education. So that's part of it. I think that it's very important that you have buy-in from everybody, and then also um, I'm just very careful about my schedule. My employer knows I work, so I try not to work too much overtime. And they're very aware of when I tell them when my homework is due, so I can't work late those nights. And also just being consistent, um, doing everything, having everything scheduled in my calendar. I use a calendar to keep track of everything and doing everything when I need to do it and not procrastinating.
Okay, amazing. So you must be very organized.
Yeah, and so I keep a few different calendars to be able to do all this, to keep my volunteer time, be on time for everything, get all my work done, get all my school work done, spend time with my family and my kids. So it takes a lot of organization and a lot of calendar reminders to always show up because sometimes I'm stacked right on top of one thing after another, and it's hard to transition without a reminder.
Right. Can you talk a little bit about your volunteer work? I'd like to hear some more.
Yeah, I volunteer with Microsoft Teals. I teach Java in a high school that doesn't have a computer science program. So that's a program where people who work in IT, and I would highly recommend the computer science students consider it, go in and help a teacher who is maybe science adjacent learn to teach computer science. So we teach with them, teach them computer science the first few years, and then they eventually take over and teach. So I'm teaching AP Computer Science 1, Java this year at leadership prep in Frisco.
Okay, great. Wow, so you're busy, busy. I can't believe you have two 15-year-olds. You look very young.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so anyways, what would you say your um wait, Dan, do you live in Dallas? No, I thought you lived in Chicago. Or maybe you're from Chicago? You're confusing me, Dan. Okay, so what were we saying? Okay, I wanted to talk about maybe some challenges that you experienced in the past with getting a higher education. It can be really confusing. It can be really expensive in the US, so maybe you could talk a bit about that.
Yeah, most of the MBA programs that are available in person in the Dallas-Fort Worth area cost about as much as a house. And I have twins that I'm about to send to college since they're 15. And even looking a few years ago, I was really concerned about being able to afford a higher education for them. If I took on the burden and the cost of paying for a higher education at the graduate level for myself.
Okay,
Yeah, so that was really what I was trying to find, something that kind of threads that needle. And it's very difficult to find a program that I could actually do in my time frame and could meet that requirement.
Okay, and I maybe you mentioned it, but what did you do? What degree did you get for as an undergrad?
I have a math degree from the
Oh, right, you
University
said
of Texas, yeah, at San Antonio. Yeah, go
wow.
Red Runners.
That's a very interesting degree to have. I actually hated math. Like you can't even understand. I had the most amazing math tutor, and I still keep in touch with her, and she taught math in a way that just clicked, and I actually kind of like numbers now. It's really bizarre, but I really, really struggled with math. I'm more of like an art person, I would say. So, wow, good for you. Okay, so we talked about the challenges of getting a higher education. You kind of touched on it earlier, but maybe you could go back and say why you wanted to pursue an MBA. You touched on it a bit, but maybe you could expand.
Yeah, so as I've kind of advanced in the IT industry in corporate America, I've had to make more decisions about picking products, purchasing, justifying purchases, and I work in mainly the marketing space, so learning more about marketing as the business, sales, all of that was important to me. And I've read a lot of books, but I really wanted kind of a curriculum to follow. And an MBA really fit that need.
Okay, great. Um, I just heard an echo. I hear a bit of an echo on your end, I think.
Okay.
Maybe I'm playing. We're
I
playing.
might turn down your volume a little bit.
Okay. Okay, so why don't you tell us a little bit? Yeah, that's better. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience at university of the people? Maybe you can talk about the classes that you've taken, the instructors, the people that you've met. Maybe you could cover some of those topics.
Yeah. Well, as far as the people, I get really excited at the beginning of every class, and I'm yelling at my husband, "Oh my God, there are literally people from every corner of the earth in this class."
Yeah.
Um, so it's really fun to meet people from everywhere, and like literally everywhere. I have group team members right now. Two are from Ghana and one's from the East Coast of the U.S. So that's a lot of fun. Coordinating schedules is a lot of fun. And it's interesting for sure, keeping track of where everybody is. But as for my classes, I've taken operations management. Now I've taken marketing management and financial accounting. I think another, and it's been really fun to learn so much. And then I think the most interesting thing is having the books available digitally has made it so that I can read anywhere, which is really convenient. I started before the pandemic shut everything down, so I would download the books on my phone and I could read, waiting for the elevator, at the grocery store in line. It was awesome, real portable. And as for my professors, they've been really, really great in terms of challenging us with assignments, feedback on assignments, answering questions, both in email and in chat. I've really enjoyed the whole system. I think the thing that surprised me the most, and I think that isn't necessarily obvious from the outside, is that there aren't lectures, so that it's really reading and interacting um, with your professors through email and chat, and through with your group and team members, however you can. So you can have we have like Slack groups and WhatsApp, and that's really makes it so that you don't have to have great bandwidth to be able to do this.
So you feel like there's a lot of interaction with your peers.
Oh, absolutely. There's a group discussion with the whole class at the beginning of every class. And every class I've been in has had a group project. So, and a big group project, like for the final open class. So it's been a great way to interact with people from all over the world, to learn together, to see people's different styles, and to learn from your peers.
Okay, awesome. And what I had a question. Your Oh, I know what I was going to ask. Are you working from home now because of COVID?
Yeah, the office I work in is actually in Plano, and it's been closed down since March. So I've been working from home since March, and volunteering remotely as well. So I spend a lot of time in this office.
Yeah, I understand. I ask all the people I interview because I think it's interesting. What's happening in Texas with COVID? Is it yeah.
Yeah, Texas has recently spiked. It's really getting bad here. There are a few hospitals there. The ICUs are full. Um, Texas was closed for a few months, and it's been open for a little while now. Some schools and individual cities are choosing to close because Dallas-Fort Worth is a big metroplex and has a lot of little cities in it. Um, and so it's different everywhere. Basically, the rules are different everywhere. From one little township to the next are completely different. And the way people are taking it from one little township to the next are completely different. Like where I live in Garland, there's fairly universal mask usage, and the next town over and the next county over, which I live like right next door to, it's where like the grocery store I go to is, no one wears mask.
Yeah.
So it's really variable.
Wow. I actually interviewed somebody yesterday, Skulk, from South Africa, and he said that you have to wear masks there, and there's a complete mask mandate. I think it really makes a difference because South Africa is doing quite well. Okay, so that's COVID. Let's go back to the flexibility of UO People. So we know that UO People is 100% online. What can you tell us about how has the flexibility of that helped you with being a student?
I think the flexibility has made this possible for me, because my schedule is pretty packed. So being able to study in whatever time I have free has made it so that I can always get my assignments in on time. And that I can always have time to finish all my reading. And there is no time constraint put on that, right? I can manage my own schedule and decide when to study and when to get everything done to get it in on time.
And you mentioned, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you mentioned earlier that you have another relative who started studying at UO People.
Yes, my little brother just started this term.
I love
We've
that.
been talking about it, and he was in doing an MBA program He lives in Alabama. He was doing an MBA program in Alabama, but they just had a baby, he and his wife. And he was really concerned that he wouldn't have time to commute on top of work. And I said, hey, I'm doing this, and you don't have to commute, and you can do your reading on your phone, holding your daughter when she's taking a nap, feeding her. So he started doing that.
That's so great. So congratulations on to your brother and his new baby. And I'm wondering if there's other viewers out there who are watching who also have family members studying at UO People. I know we have some mother son duos out there, so that's cool. Okay, so let's see. What sorts of tips do you have for students who are interested in transitioning to an online degree? You know, every term we see more and more people who are, you know, who are enrolling at UO People, and I think part of it's because of COVID. So maybe you could talk a little bit about any tips you have for those who are like thinking about transitioning to an online degree.
I say read through the assignments early because the pace moves fast at UO People. Most assignments are given a week before they're due. So if you have any questions, it's important to get in touch with your professor as soon as possible. Usually they'll get back to you within a day or two, usually within a day, but when you only have 7 days, that's a lot of time. So early and often communicate. And then also download your books and copy all your assignments, and then you don't even need to be on the internet. So if you have spotty internet access, or you're going to be maybe deciding to go study in the park or outside, you can have everything with you. And that helps a lot so that you can be really portable in your education, which I think is one of the benefits of UO People. So yeah, communicate and get everything available to you on like your phone so that you can work anytime.
Okay, that's really good advice. Okay, so I don't want to take too much more of your time because I know that you are a busy mom, a busy wife, a busy student. You are just all over there, busy volunteer. Maybe you can just say some final thoughts that you have.
I've really loved the learning opportunity at UO People, and thank you, Jessica, for doing this and for letting more people know, because I think it can change a lot of lives. It's already been a fabulous opportunity for me and helped me at work. I've been telling everybody at work. My boss has been considering applying as well. I think it's a really it's a great thing to be able to learn and not have to have student loans that stay with you for life. You can really have an education. It'll make a difference to you. So give it a try. Maybe it'll work for you too.
Yeah, okay, that's really good advice. I love that you're like a UO People advocate. That's so cute. So yes, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. A special thank you to Andrea, who's been a great interviewee. I want to remind everyone that if you haven't already saved your spot at UO People, there is a description in the link, or there is a link in the description of this event. Also, another random fact, you can take a whole term for free and just pay at the end, so you can find out if it's really for you. So there's no risk involved. You can, you can just try. You won't lose anything. You have nothing to lose. Okay, so that's all I got for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I know there's some holidays coming up in America, so have a great holiday. And that's all I got. So thank you guys so much, everyone. I really appreciate it. If there's anything you need, let us know in the comments. We'll be happy to help. If you have any questions, you can email admissions@uopeople.edu. You can email your advisor, and you can always message me. I'm always happy to help. This is part of my job. So thank you, Andrea, and thank you to our viewers, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Jessica.
Bye. Thanks, Andrea.